Winter is just around the corner, and you know what that means. It's winterizing time. It's important to get ahead of winterization because waiting too long could mean unwanted repairs, and then you got to go and visit a service tech like myself. So for Travato owners, I recommend that you properly follow the next winterization steps in order to avoid damaging your RV or its systems. In order to start, we're going to have to find ourselves at the rear of the Travato at the B&B Nautilus system. So the first thing I'm going to do is take it out of its current position and put it into Winterize. You can see the picture depicted in the top right. I'm just going to match the positions. And then the one tool that I'm going to need here, other than my antifreeze itself, is a hose that I've cut off so I can just stick it right in my bottle and I can pull right from the intake here. I've already gone to the B&B Nautilus. I put my hose into the city water connection and I've stuck that hose into my antifreeze jug, and I'm going to turn my pump on and I'm going to go inside first to the kitchen because that's the farthest point for me right here. Inside in the kitchen here, I'm going to run the cold side, and I just want to run all the clear out until I can see the color of my antifreeze, which is pink. And once I see constant pink out of the cold side of my kitchen faucet, I can shut that off and move to my hot. So there's our pink color we're looking for. Just want to get that nice and thick. Now I can shut that off. I'm going to go to the hot side and run that. Right away, there we go. Perfectly pink like we want, and now we're going to backtrack to the bathroom. So next we're going to winterize the wet bath at the rear of the 59KL. This is one of my favorite features of the unit, and I'm going to start right here with the shower, taking that off of its home. And I actually want to move the stylish bamboo slats that we can keep in the bathroom here, and I want to pour my antifreeze right into the drain. So we have a mixing valve at the shower, so I'm just turning that all the way up. So hot and cold is going to run together here until we get that nice dark pink that we're looking for. And then I'm just shutting that guy off. I'll let that hang out there for a second as it drips. And next I'm actually going to go to the hidden sink right here on the wall. So I can pull this guy out, and just like you saw me do in the kitchen, we're going to do each side separate. So right now we're doing cold. There's our antifreeze. Now we want to go ahead to the hot side and do the same thing. So I just want to make sure it turns clear before it turns pink again, making sure I'm getting all the water out of the line and filling that up with antifreeze. And right about here, we're actually needing to switch our bottle. So we estimate roughly 3 gallons of antifreeze when you're winterizing this unit. Reason being, it's going to take about 2 gallons to pump it through all the systems, and then typically I like to have another gallon or at least half of a gallon left over in order to pour some antifreeze in all of my drains and just cover the traps in the drain system as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually just opening up another fresh bottle and transferring my hose to my new bottle. Now I'm going to go ahead and make sure I've completed my bath sink here, which I have. Just want to reprime the system before I go to the next part. Letting that pull up into the system. And I'm actually going to shut this so I can access my commode. And I'm not only doing my step valve here, I also need to be aware that I have the additional sprayer here. Now that we have antifreeze fed to our commode and the sprayer as well, the last place I need to actually spray it out of is my outdoor shower here. So I'm just going to grab my sprayer. Normally I'd have a bucket on hand and I would spray into that just so I don't have to spray it in the garage or wherever we are. Just a quick connect to put that on. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn cold on first. Filling the hose, running all the water out, antifreeze coming through. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Then I can go ahead and disconnect my hose. And the absolute last step is back inside. After I've finished feeding my antifreeze through all my faucets, I want to shut my pump off and then come here underneath my bench/bed. And we have the drain for the Truma, which is the yellow tab. That's going to run all the antifreeze out of the water heater so it doesn't sit in there, affecting any coloring of the water coming out or smell of the pipes or anything like that. There's also the fresh and the hot drain. So if you wanted to drain the antifreeze out of the lines themselves, open up some of the faucets so the antifreeze is still trapped anywhere that water would have been trapped and it won't freeze, but it makes it significantly easier to run it out or blow it out if that's what you choose to do. So with the remainder of my antifreeze, I'm actually going to go around and just feed all the drains just to make sure that I'm getting a good amount of antifreeze in all the P-traps. You could just run all of them, but I like to do this to be just that little bit more thorough. There is a drain at the back of the hidden compartment for the sink, so I'm going to pour that in there as well. And then the one I worry about the most is the shower drain. Of course, I want to empty my fresh and my black and gray before I even begin this process. And having antifreeze in your waste tanks over the winter is not going to affect anything negatively. Keep in mind that every RV system is just a little bit different, so if you're unsure about your configuration, then please refer to the manufacturer guide or make an appointment with our service department today. And just like that, your Travato is winterized. If you do not wish to do this yourself, or you're worried about messing up something in the process, then please don't hesitate to call our service department today to set up your winterization appointment. It's quick and it's easy. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what RV to winterize next, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you this type of content on a weekly basis. Good luck winterizing and safe travels.